Hello, my name's Amy. I'm head of research at PICA, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Under 16 Cancer Patient Experience Survey programme. So in England, there's a National Cancer Patient Experience Survey for adults, NCPES, and this runs annually to gather feedback from adults over the age of 16 about their cancer care, but there's no equivalent for children. The Under 16 Cancer Patient Experience Survey, or Under 16 CPES for short, was developed in 2020. So we were commissioned at PICA by NHS England and Improvement to develop the new survey programme. The overall aim of the programme was to really understand children's experiences of cancer care, both across England and locally at a sort of principal treatment centre or NHS trust level. And the ultimate aim is to sort of identify areas for improvement. When developing the survey, we had to take into consideration various factors. Firstly, the cancer care pathways and care priorities for children often differ to adults. Therefore, the aim wasn't to develop a survey to compare children and adult cancer care, but instead to develop a survey that was designed appropriately for children and young people. That leads nicely on to the next point, which is around survey design and language to ensure it was appropriate for children. And thirdly, we needed to consider both parent, carer and child views. So to develop the survey, we had extensive input from a range of stakeholders. So we have a dedicated advisory group for the survey, who was really, really useful for engaging with throughout the whole development process, from the design of the questionnaires to the sampling strategy through to implementation techniques. The group includes parents and children with cancer, clinicians, patient experience leads, charity representatives, and many more. And we tend to meet quarterly. We've developed 3 survey versions: a version for parents of children aged 0 to 7, a version for children aged 8 to 11, and another version for children aged 12 to 15. Both of the children's surveys have a dedicated child and a dedicated parent section to allow both parent and child to give feedback. The survey asks about the sort of whole cancer care pathway, from diagnosis through to treatment, interactions with staff, communication, information, involvement in decisions, and sort of overall care experiences. We've thoroughly tested the surveys with children and parents, and we've done qualitative work to inform their development. So making sure we speak to children and parents to find out what's important to them about their care in order to inform what we ask about in the survey. And there's just a couple of snapshots there from the survey. We've also developed a dedicated survey brand, which includes specific colours, visuals, and a logo to really sort of make the survey stand out. Alongside this, we've developed a website to support the survey. The purpose of the website is a place to go for information and FAQs, but we've also included signposting to support, and access to the online survey when it's actually in field is via the website. From later in October, we will also be hosting the results from the first survey iteration once they have been published. So when we carried out the survey, the fieldwork was April to June this year. 13 principal treatment centres across England took part. That was across 16 trusts, because 3 of the principal treatment centres are shared by 2 trusts. A survey invite letter was posted to parents along with a paper copy of the questionnaire. The survey recipients had the option to complete the paper survey or complete an online version. And it was sent to anybody aged under 16 who received cancer care between the 1st of January and the 31st of December 2020. So where we are in the timeline, The programme was commissioned in November 2019, and most of 2020 was spent developing the programme, developing the sampling strategy, developing the questionnaire, testing the questionnaire, and getting everything prepared for fieldwork. We received samples, patient sample lists from NHS trusts and principal treatment centres early this year, so January to March 2021. And the analysis, the fieldwork, as I mentioned earlier, was between April and June 2021. And we are now working through data cleaning, analysis and reporting, and publication will be the 27th of October 2021, so not far away. So just to highlight what you can expect from the publication of results. Please note that anything presented on these slides is mock data only. There's no real data because we are working on the analysis as we speak. So there will be a national report. This will include the data from all respondents across England. It will highlight the mode of survey completion. It will highlight information about the survey respondents, for example, their demographic details such as gender, age group, diagnostic group, cancer grouping. And then it will present headline results from the survey using sort of quite visual charts and statistics throughout the slides. Each principal treatment centre will also receive their own report, which will include the data just for their principal treatment centre. Again, this will include background to the survey, brief details of the methods, along with details about the respondents, and also the sort of overall question by question results. The PTC reports will also include benchmarking charts and tables so they can understand how they score against other principal treatment centres that took part in the survey. The reports will be accompanied by full data tables. So there'll be a couple of Excel documents, one for the national data and one for principal treatment centre data, where you'll be able to see full responses to each survey question, along with breakdowns by various factors such as gender, ethnic group, IMD quintile, so deprivation, diagnostic group and survey type. We're also developing some very visual, colourful, sort of child-friendly visual summaries. These will go up on the website alongside the sort of more technical formal reports. They include various themes, which are on sort of different topics or areas of care, and we'll be pulling out some of the key statistics that about how children and parents report their cancer care. Finally, there are a couple of free text or open-ended questions in the survey. They're shown here. So is there anything else you would like to tell us about your or your child's cancer or tumour care? The free text data won't be publicly available, but we will be providing individual principal treatment centres with their free text comments. Some level of redaction has taken place where we have removed things like patient names, specific oncology team names, or specific types of cancer to protect the identity of respondents. So coming on to next steps. As I mentioned, we have a publication date of the 27th of October, so watch this space. Results publication's not too far away. Everything will be going up on the survey website, and individual PTCs will be emailed with notification that their results are now available. Thereafter, we will be hosting a variety of events. Firstly, we will be hosting 2 trust or PTC workshops. The aim of these workshops is to handhold trust into supporting them to understand their results and understanding their data, and also supporting them in action planning and giving them the tools to be able to make improvements in cancer care. The second event is a national webinar that will be in December. So that is for anybody with an interest in the results to come along and absorb the national results and ask questions. The next steps are also, we are starting to, just as we are ready to publish the 2020 survey, we are starting to set up for the 2021 survey. And the 2021 survey will run to the same timeline, but a year on. And that means we are starting to revisit the survey materials, the approval processes we need to be able to invite people to take part, and the testing of the surveys, revisiting the sampling approach, making sure we take into account any learnings from the first survey wave that we are just completing. And then the fieldwork for that will run from March to June 2022. We have an email address, so if you would like any further information about the survey, then please don't hesitate to contact us at under16cancersurvey@picaeurope.ac.uk. Thank you very much.